Greetings everyone, my name is Ettervel, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Wildermyth. Continuing on from the last episode, I'll be completing the rest of Chapter 4, and hopefully the rest of the campaign as well. Right now there's nothing left to do, other than building the mountain pass. That way I can cross over to the last 5 territories. And as always, for full disclosure, I received a key from the developers in order to Let's Play this title. Oh, of course it'd be here. You know what, let's place everyone here and go for a 9 party member defensive mission. Yeah, we have a really stacked party. Normally, the max party size for missions is 5. Let's see how many archers I have, for example. Not to mention people who have bows. So let's see, I have 4 hunters, 4 warriors, and 1 mystic. Assuming I didn't miss anyone. Pretty much everything will die before it can reach me. Well, I can force enemies to move at particular positions. And yes, we can actually recruit other races to our party. Yeah, they're the only classes, but there's a lot of versatility. I mean, Hunter alone already has 3 different paths of sorts. We can have them as pure archers, we can have them as rogues, or we can have them essentially as hybrid units. Normally these enemies would be rather scary, the Stagrons, but strength in numbers. And normally they would be in a more one-to-one scenario. And that's why the game limits your party size. Nonetheless, I'd like to see a mod that removes the limit or reduces it significantly. I'm not sure why that's not working, but I guess she's too out of range. Frankly, in terms of the number of enemies that were present here, I could have just done with 2 rangers. And these equipment sequences will be edited down in post. But now I can cross over to these regions. Meanwhile, while that goes on, I'll send everyone else in. Not sure why that's not currently accessible though. Clearly is accessible from here. So while that goes on, I'll assault this place. A weird rhythmic noise filters through the trees. An ancient ox leans his bulk against a beech trunk. Blood pools from its panting muscle. The ox doesn't flinch from Swan's approach. She notices a wound at the base of its neck. Barn's fingers slip into the wound and pluck the seed neatly free of its nesting place. The ox bows its head, feeling nothing. In a few moments, the ox's breathing normalizes, its muscles relax, it takes tentative steps to the edge of the clearing. That's when a gang of afflicted beasts filter out of the trees. They don't lunge, they stay still and stare. They recognize the seed in Vard's hand and absorb the visible recovery of the ox. There is a collective sigh when they lie down, the light in their eyes dim and dies. The ox wanders free. Remember, the Gorgons are all essentially corrupted beasts. What weapon is currently equipped? Oh yeah, let's hit with Dax. Not how I wanted to do it, but it works. I was hoping she would hit. Now this is more concerning. Especially as it double hits. Come on, please hit. The most dangerous enemy fell on this turn, so I'm not worried. And now it too should fall on the next turn. Or this turn. I didn't think she would be able to pull off 2 ignites in a row. Coloma needs some backup. How much damage can you deal? Not as much, but it multi-hits. I see what it's going for. It's trying to hit my group of allies. And failing completely at the same time. Alright, Varn, you finished the job. A bit scary with Coloma there, but not too bad. Varn's gonna be my final tank, probably. That's how I'm gearing him up to be. And for all time's sake, let's finish off this mission with Lilma, Alden, Jorver, and get Swan in too. Meanwhile, the rest of the crew can build something here. And while we're at it, send them out for scouting. And that's the beauty of having a 9-member party. You can send out a full 5-man band towards a territory, while sending out a 4-man scouting party towards an infested tile, and not worry about getting ambushed. Excellent. I was a bit worried there it was going to backfire. I really want water for this. All my archers have water bows, but I honestly feel that, for example... Well, actually no one can use it right now, so I'll just get it for extra legacy points. Don't you hate when that happens? Poor Alden, if he didn't retire, he would be my final tank. Thank you for a clean finish, Alden. There's a wardrobe in there then. Otherwise there's no way these specters will keep coming out. Nope, there was no wardrobe in there then. while the rest of you can scout up here. Let's see if I can cancel the incursion first. Already seen this adventure countless times, so I'm skipping it. Oh, and good thing I got Wilma back here. And the introductory position of this mission is bad. See what I mean? Let's do this again. First off, this starting position is bad. There are a lot of enemies here, and for some reason Lilma's at the bottom. She should be at the front. If I can at the very least defeat the Batch Bee, I'll be in a much better shape. Alright, Bond, you finish the job, please. Thanks to my first attack not missing, this mission turned out very differently. Again, I wish there was a way to speed up these turns. The animations and general gameplay feel are charming, but after playing several long missions, there's a point where it'd be a nice quality of life improvement, similar to how the modern Fire Emblem games allow you to fast forward through turns, and outright skip them if you so desire. Guess we're not done yet. We don't need a pet. We're fine. It's gonna come towards it in 13 days. Well, it says nothing more to do other than assault this arcanery. Let's just prepare defenses and go through the incursion defense and then finish off this chapter. So this time I have less defenses in my favor. Mission accomplished. I timed out the enemy. I decided to secure this foundry first. And while that goes on, let's scout this area with Jorver, Les, Varn, Swan, and Alden. I want to give Alden one last hurrah. Plus, he's currently my best tank. Time to assault the arcanery and finish chapter 4. If you knew what you were looking for, the quote-unquote split boulder north of Pseudolore Arcanery wasn't difficult to find. Wait a minute, who are you? Korot? Did you become a mech? I would have liked the longer version, to be honest. We have a Morthagi civil war going on, essentially. Bellhops. Steam hissing from its torso, it has a surprisingly strong grip for its diminutive form. And for this mission, Korot and Claytai are joining us, both of which are Morthagi, so that also answers your earlier question, Mr. Lee. Now I wish we could permanently recruit them. Let's see their stats first. One's faster than the other one. I don't want to send him into the fray just yet though. I don't want them to die essentially. But I do want to kill off the wardrobes ASAP. final missions of each chapter of this campaign tend to be on the more unique side. The first one was clearing out the forge, the second one was going into the basement of a place, and the third one was defending the forge. What attacks did the bellhops have? Take it slow and steady. Oh boy. I didn't notice there's enemies on the bottom left. I thought they were showing up on the right side. Goodbye, Cord. Let's try this again. Take 4. The main mistake I made here was that enemies infinitely spawn around here, and I didn't rush forward fast enough. Because I'm almost 100% sure that there is a wardrobe here. Another thing I've noticed is that our Morthagi allies have very low armor totals, only 1 each. Even our Mystic can have more armor by this point in the game. It's embarrassing. Frankly, our Morthagi companion should have at least 3 or 4 armor by this point. That'd feel a lot more fair. Now I don't mind a mission that forces you to move forwards. For example, Chapter 2's end mission, where I was forced to destroy those poison generators. What doesn't help matters are these misses. Because this game has a single RN system. Oh, of course. I was trying to select something else too. Selection could be a bit wonky. What I feel is that my characters are not strong enough for this mission, or rather my allies are just not good enough. I'm probably just gonna have to sacrifice one of my party members soon. Or I took too long, that could also be it. That's alright. Let's try this mission again. Well, the first game over screen. And I crashed the game. Well, that's a bad ending for the campaign. Now let's try going for a good ending. This is my 7th attempt. What I'm going to do is completely ignore the enemies as much as possible and rush forwards. In fact, let me try hiding Clay Tie the next turn. The biggest problem are the bellhops, and everything else I just mentioned. And of course bad RNG. Which is why I wish this game had a 2RN system. Jorver actually ended up dying earlier. Or give me the option to have more than 5 party members. I'm gonna have to sacrifice 1 or 2 of my party members if I want any single hope of doing this properly. Nothing seems to be going enough in my favor. Unfortunately, in this part of the game, farming experience won't be that helpful because of the character ages, but if it keeps happening, I'll just do it. Because as I farm XP, enemies farm XP too. Yet again, Jorver, you die, but... sorry, everyone needs more armor. certainly does, actually. I just hope I'll be able to get some backup once I get clay tie over there. Alright, she's in. And it teleports everyone there too. Thank goodness. That seems kind of like an exploit, to be honest. I wish I knew this earlier. Sadly, Jorver's still dead. I don't think we can upgrade him as a legacy hero then. But I'm happy at the very least to reach here after 7 attempts. We need someone as a sacrifice, so Alden it is. He's the oldest too, for the better good. Plus he can still die after being destroyed. I hope he still maintains his stats. His baseline stats, that is. Good, our own bellhops, thank goodness. Now we can grapple enemies to our heart's content. Now the mission seems a lot more in my favor. Perhaps that's how the mission was set out to be really against you at the start, but once you get to this point, it becomes a lot more manageable. Grand Matron. Suffocating heat pours off its rusted body, the noise of it is soft, like an old woman's breathing. And everyone else too. Thank you for the welcoming party, I guess. Let's rush forward. What could go wrong? Alright, accuracy. Not the best. That sounds like a fun hashtag. What? Let's try it again. This time there was no wardrobe, so we're in better shape, but there's a welding there. So let's pull back so it can get closer to us. Well, that's one thing down. It just walked into 3 fires in a row and hit itself. Is there a wardrobe on the side? Bye, Clay Tie. Bye, Les. Yeah, sacrifice. Maybe we'll be able to pull through, maybe not. What? We were supposed to deal more damage there, Grand Matron. Oh my goodness, this was a hard-fought victory. Both Java and Les ended up dying. This mode is definitely living up to its name as George R. Martin mode. Elementalist is awesome. And Alden's still there. I wish you could join us for the last part of the mission. We really needed another warrior. So he won't be promoted, sadly. It took over an hour to complete this last battle, which will be heavily edited down in post, and some of my more promising allies fell. I'm surprised how many blows Varn and Swan dodged at the end. It was quite impressive. In fact, when Varn took the hit from the Grand Matron, I thought he was gonna fall, but no, apparently the Grand Matron's melee attacks aren't as deadly as I thought. We need our warriors to have bows, so we can have them act as backup rangers. And at this rate, she needs a little bit of armor. Well, that explains the civil war going on. The mountain shadowing Wormhill chimes erupts, bleeding drills and blades. Legs that are not entirely legs, and blank empty rage. They seep and spill through the yondering hills. I'm just happy we have a novice warrior, an intermediate warrior, and an experienced one. And here's the rest of the world. 6 more territories to explore and the final battle. So here's the game plan. As my 2 remaining heroes, those being Nora and Kaloma, are not experienced enough for the final chapter, here's what I'll do. I'll send in Lilma, Varn, Lance, Bond, and Swan over to the remaining territories to train up, and then I'll send them into the Morthagi Corps. But I'll keep my 2 lesser experienced heroes close behind. Unfortunately, some of my older heroes start out way over here. So while we have the time, let's prepare defenses at the very least. See, there's an incursion coming in. Apparently it's gonna hit this instead. No matter. I'll sacrifice that area. Alright, the entire team's here. I'm gonna leave Nora and Kaloma close behind. So let's assault this place. We've already seen this before, so I'll just skip past these comic sections. And as several of my heroes are rather old, they take speed penalties. And funny fact, even though Lilma is 83 years old, she still has more HP than Varn, who is 54 years old. The 2 members of the group that really need the most amount of experience are Bond and Varn, especially Bond, as he's only level 1. That's one of the benefits of using a procedural generation. After I'm done with this campaign, I'll probably put this LP in hiatus. I will return back to this LP in the future once another authored campaign gets released, either in the workshop or from the official devs. Or of course I can try a modded campaign. That would also work pretty well. Some of the Shaggies will still persist in the final game. Those terror birds are rather scary. They befit their name. Oh, of course, they could do that. I should have checked their abilities there. Oh, flight. That's one of the abilities I could have had too. Now let's hope this goes better. What can the terror bird do? Concuss enemies. Nice combo there. At least these are only Draven, not the upgraded Morthagi. Well, there's the pilot. Oh, 85% chance, that's not worth it. That was worth it though. This especially so. In fact, just in case if I screw this up, I'm saving right here and now. That's some amazing luck. I'm just gonna have her hide there. Because I know this is gonna leap forward. Oh no, Lilma. Oh, I hate this situation. Especially when this can happen too. Alright, Lilma, run. Aha, stupid dart. That was a close one. He needs a more damaging weapon, so he'll get it. I don't get how experience works in this game. Do you gain more experience by just grinding off of monsters? Oh goody, we're gonna have to prepare defenses here too. Well, we kinda don't have a choice, so we better assault this place. Alright, Cloma, you'll have to be our backup warrior then. That's not worth it. Wow, that's actually pretty nice. Oh, that area is not clear either. I didn't see that. Well, I'm gonna have to sacrifice that to assault the Morthagi core. Let's try seeking ahead, but that didn't work out in their favor. Hi Sylveon, this is a tactical RPG. A tactical RPG with a very heavy storytelling focus. More like Fire Emblem and XCOM with a heavy procedure-generated storytelling focus. Now that this invasion's been taken care of, well, I still have to wait for longer. At least I can send some of my heroes forward to scout. I hate the choices I made earlier. I spent too much time building up stuff. Meanwhile, the rest of the world's being taken over to the north. Alright, let's do this. I'm gonna take a risk here and send in lands. I wish there was a faster way you could train up your heroes without sending them into danger. an old married couple arguing. Didn't really pull off, but I wanted the Ember Arrows more than anything else. Lance got angry that Lilima got hurt. I'm happy getting all the crits now, but my fortunes will probably change rather quickly if I'm not careful. Good job, Bond. You're quickly becoming an awesome hero. I can't emphasize enough how useful the water ability is for weaponry. It straight out outclasses all the other elemental spirits. Go ahead, walk into the fire. Most of the enemy AI in this game isn't really that smart, seeing it fit to just walk into flames like this. I'm gonna send a scouting party ahead. Compared with the first combat mission of this chapter, this was much more manageable. But the Bashby can't see me just yet. Let's get some better firing lines. Alright, Bond, finish the job. Luck was much more in my favor. So let's build a mountain pass now. And hope for the best. Because I know another incursion is going to go on and I'm going to lose another territory. I sure hope I don't need to reclaim these areas. Passageway's open. I'm not going into this mission until it's clear of the infestation. Otherwise, I'm very likely to get destroyed. Time to assault the Morthagi core. This is the final fight of this campaign, by the way. The reason why I saved is because I'm not sure if I'm leveled up enough. If I keep failing, I'll retake over these final territories to level up some more. At the very least, I'm not forced to. So let's end this whole war and save the world. But first, time for all the upgrades. I wish there were tier 3 variants of every form of armor. A mod does add it in the game. In fact, I'll apply that mod when I start the next campaign. Hopefully, the Morthagi version of Alden comes back. In the days when the flood of Morthagi had slowed to a trickle, Bond was able to locate openings in the cliffs. I'll be covering Cook Serve Delicious Tree. And now we actually have custom music playing in the background too. I'm worried what lies beyond here. Bond didn't level up at all. I don't understand why he only gained 5 experience. I'll have to ask in the official Discord how experience is calculated in the game. I'm gonna hold off from using aid for now. I'm not sure who'll need it. I'm gonna go through this mission slow and steady. I don't want to get ambushed by half a dozen foes. Here they all come. %90 blocked. The joys of having a 1 RN system. When I say one RN, I mean one random number. In Fire Emblem, they use 2 random numbers for the rolls. That way the numbers feel closer to what we as humans think they should be. What now? Oh, it's a team. So we have 2 bellhops and clay tie. Sadly, Alden isn't here yet. I hope he'll show up sometime. Did the bellhops get upgraded? Not exactly. I still wish Clay Tie and the rest had more armor. Compared with the last chapter's final mission, this is so much easier and more manageable. We're not forced to rush forwards. In fact, it feels comfortable. None of the enemies feel too dangerous either. Oh, there you are, wardrobe. For weak enemies though, our Morthagi allies are pretty useful. They would be more useful if I rushed through the campaign. Oh goody, firewall. Time for some revenge. Thank you for pulling through, Bond. Kind of having a hard time seeing what's going on here. And it somehow keeps managing to dodge all my attacks too. That's the dodgiest welding I've seen in the game so far. Good dodge there, Bellhop. Lilma, you need the HP. As Lilma reached for the door, its eye snapped into her and grown open by itself. It could be debated whether the heaving, multi-part construction before them was alive, but it wouldn't matter. Quote-unquote life was a quaint concept in the place. Morthagi core. Shuddering pipes and pounding gears fill your brain to bursting. Lesser core. Inside its glass chambers, an infernal stew of bones and gears churns out new forms. Okay, the entire group is teleported here. This is uncomfortably close. So I guess the lesser cores are like wardrobes then. Let's see what attacks it has. Acid, shockwave. So we can construct healers. Not too damaging though. The mother computer boss at the end of the last chapter, that was much more scary. Can the nurses attack me? No, they can't. Yeah, it is a good song. I know this game's in early access, but I wish in the future more soundtracks are added, especially new battle soundtracks. Bellhop, you do the final blow. Or not. Okay, Lance, you get the final blow. One down, two left to go. That'll likely be in 1.7, Jaden. That's what I was worried was gonna happen. I need to destroy this nurse. Agreed. Took a bit of a risk there, but because this is forced attack this enemy, I wanted to take advantage of that. I'm gonna try destroying the right Lesser Core first. That wardrobe also has to go. Haha, you attacked your old ally. Once a bellhawk grapples an enemy, it can deal quite a bit of damage to it. Goodbye, right Lesser Core. We'll probably get the Sakagane once the game starts adding stuff from the world titles. Now, assuming nothing goes horribly wrong, this should be a cinch. And just to make sure I don't get really unlucky, I'm gonna save. We're almost there. Who's gonna deal a final blow? You do it, Swan. Save the world. Mission accomplished. I wonder what happened to Alden though. I thought he was gonna appear for this final battle. Although, in retrospect, it wasn't really that necessary. Again, I'd probably change the order of final battles, so the Chapter 4 final battle would happen after Chapter 5 one, as that was easily the hardest battle in the campaign. Alright, here are my overall thoughts on the Enduring War as a campaign overall. Boy, compared to the first authored campaign I played at the start of this LP, this was a significant step up in difficulty, both in terms of the chosen difficulty and length. Playing a 5-chapter campaign means there are 2 more chapters for enemies to get even stronger, and depending on how long you took in the earlier chapters, this increase in enemy strength can be exponential. In fact, I also got lucky at the end, because most of my first set of heroes never ended up retiring before the last chapter, them being Lilma, Lance, and Swan. Usually your warrior ends up retiring at the end of Chapter 4, but I got lucky with my rolls, and probably because I finished their Hook campaign, aka a paralogue, and I did like the unique final battles at the end of each chapter, although I would fix the scaling of our Morthagi allies for Chapter 4 and 5. Nonetheless, most of my heroes pulled their weight. Well, Nora didn't really do much, so I won't include her. I will include Lilma, Lance, Swan, and Varn. Bond was easily an MVP of this run, along with Lilma and Lance. Let's give it to Lilma and Varn. Following the completion of this campaign, I'll put this Let's Play in hiatus, until the next authored campaign comes out either by the devs or released in the Steam Workshop. If I come back before then, I will be playing a modded playthrough. Overall though, from what I've experienced throughout the 11 episodes of this Let's Play, I've enjoyed my time. I just wish there was more music and more elements of procedural generation, especially in terms of equipment. Thanks for watching the end of this first part of the Let's Play, Jaden and Sylveon. Well then, thanks for watching and have a nice day. Toodles!